Okay, now we are given this equation 4x minus 9y equals 12, and we want to convert this equation into the slope-intercept form, and then use the equation to determine what is the slope and what is the y-intercept. So first, let's record that what is the slope-intercept form look like? It is y equals mx plus b. So in this equation, since the coefficient of y is 1 and the y is separated from x and this constant, so if I want to convert this equation into the equation y equals mx plus b, I need to isolate the y in this equation. So the first step I can take is I can subtract 4x from both sides. So now I change the equation into negative 9y equals negative 4x plus 12. And then I divide it by negative 9. So y will be 4 over 9x minus 12 over 9. And we can simplify 12 over 9 into 4 over 3. So the answer is y equals 4 over 9x minus 4 over 3. From this answer, we can see that the slope of this straight line is 4 over 9, and the y-intercept b is equal to negative 4 over 3. Now, in this example, we are given the equation in the standard form, and we convert it into the slope-intercept form. Now let's take a look at another example. In this example, we're given that the slope of a straight line is 1 over 6, and we're given that the point 4 and 4 is contained on this straight line. So, and we wanna use these two information to find the equation of the straight line, and we wanna write the equation into standard form. Okay, into the standard form. So our answer must be something like this. Okay, x and y, they are on the same side, and the coefficient of x is a non-negative integer. So this is like we're given some straight line, okay, and we're told the slope is this number is 1 over 6, and what else we're given there is a point 4 and 4. And this point is contained on this straight line, and we wanna determine what the equation is. So to do this, to begin with, we can use the point slope form to write the equation, and then from this equation we convert it into the standard form. Now, because the point slope form is like this, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So, according to what we are given, the slope is 1 over 6, and the point is 4 and 4. So the equation of the straight line is gonna be y minus 4 equals 1 over 6 times x minus 4. Now, after we found this equation, we need to convert the equation into this standard form. So the first step we can do is we can distribute 1/6 into x minus 4, or what we can do is because this now this slope is a fraction, is 1/6, and we know in the standard form every number has to be an integer. So therefore another thing we can do is we multiply both sides of the equation by 6. So therefore, we can convert this number into 1. So there's no fraction we need to worry about. Okay, and then I distribute 6 into y minus 4. So 6y minus 24 equals x minus 4. And then I want to bring one of the variable to the other side. Now, when I do this, keep in mind, the coefficient of x, according to the requirement, it has to be a non-negative integers. So therefore, I don't want to bring the x to the left because that will change the positive x into negative x, right? So in this example, I will bring the 6y to the right by subtracting 6y from both sides. And I will bring this constant negative 4 to the left by adding 4. Now, after I convert this equation into the standard form, the equation is like x minus 6y equals negative 20. Now we can see every coefficient, they are integers, right? So this is positive 1, this is negative 6, and the constant is negative 20, and the coefficient of x is a non-negative integer, right? So we're done. Okay, let's take a look at one more example. This problem says write the equation of the line that contains these 2 points, 2 and 5 and 9 and 7. So this problem is like we are given 2 points, 2 and 5 is here, and 9 and 7 is here. Now we know that by connecting these 2 points, we can generate a straight line, right? So the question is, we want to determine the equation of this straight line we generated. So to do this, because we know that in order to determine the straight line, the equation of the straight line, we need to know what is the slope, right? However, here we're not given the slope. We're not given the slope. Then how can we find the slope? Now remember, in the previous videos, when we introduced the slope, we said the slope can be determined by any 2 points on the straight line. So the slope can be determined by this formula. Okay, so here x1 and y1, they are the coordinates of 1 point, and x2 and y2, they are the coordinates of the second point. If we let this be our first point, that means x1 is 2 and y1 is 5, and we let this be our second point. So x2 is 9 and y2 is 7. So therefore, we can determine the slope using this formula. So the slope is gonna be 7 minus 5 and over 9 minus 2. Okay, now once we found the slope, then we can use this slope we just found and use one of the points. And then use this formula, use this equation. Then we can determine the equation of the straight line. So during this process, it doesn't matter which point do you use, you will always get the same answer. Okay, so let's say I'm using this point 9 and 7. So y minus 7 equals m, which is 2 over 7 times x minus 9. Okay, and because we are required to express our answer in standard form, so let's do the same thing. So first, I multiply both sides by 7, by this denominator, 7. And then I distribute 7 into y minus 7, and I distribute 2 into x minus 9. So this is 2x minus 18. Okay, then we think about, should we bring x to the left or should we bring y to the right? In this example, if we bring x to the left, we will change x into negative, right? So therefore, we have to bring the 7y to the right. So we have 2x minus 7y minus 18, and then we add 18 on both sides. So we have 2x minus 7y equals negative 31. Okay. So when we convert the equation into the standard form, the answer is 2x minus 7y equals negative 31. Now, if we use another point, let me show you. We will get the same answer if I use this point, 2 and 5. So if I use this point, I will have y minus 5 equals 2 over 7 times x minus 2. So if I multiply both sides by 7, I will have 7 times y minus 5 equals 2 times x minus 2. So I have 7y minus 35 equals 2x minus 4. And I subtract 7y. I will have 2x minus 7y, and then I add 4. So this is negative 31. So I get the same answer. Okay, 2x minus 7y equals negative 31.